Geez, battery died and then that card filled up. So I don't know when it quit recording again. But that screw, that machine bolt, tightened right up in there. But I'm gonna put the nut on it anyway. Now it don't wiggle no more. I don't think it had anything to do with it, but I just hate to leave it like that when I got the stuff to fix it with. You know what I'm saying? Let's check this again with the 3/16 Allen wrench. I mean, it's just, I just don't think that's the issue. Actually, I think it's actually closer now, just since I got that tightened up. I don't know. Let's put it back there and see what it does. I mean, that air gap on them thing is not like super critical. I mean, it's got to be really close, but it's not super critical. All right, let's put this back in the correct orientation. Alrighty. Hey, I do have an extra screw now, because that's that one it was. Just the hole was stripped out. The screw ain't hurt. So we'll get them 3 screws back in there and tightened up. No, I haven't forgotten about the wiring. I can do it here in just a second. No gasket or anything behind that metal plate. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. They didn't bother putting a gasket on it.
Good bastards.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now we can do our wiring. We got our wire that goes to the gas valve. And we got our ground wire. Ground wire could be tighter too. Again, I don't think that's got anything to do with it, but it's kind of loosey-goosey. So let's make it tight like a tiger. Then, those blue wires should not be laying on the flue. We'll just tuck them right over there. And then got to get the gas line hooked back up. Which can be a lot of fun sometimes because you can't reach it. If you're having a good day, it just goes right on. No hassle. Just like that did. No editing. That sucker just went right on there, so I don't know, something will go bad today. Because it ain't supposed to be that easy. And again, like I say, we use a backup wrench, try our best. Hold that valve when we tighten that gas line up, because you don't want to bend. You seen how thin that little metal plate was that mounts the burner in the furnace. You don't want to tweak that, bend it. And it's just, they don't make it easy at all. Hold that gas valve. They don't really make a place to to do it. When it first came out with these furnaces, Dometic tell you to stick a block of wood in there and tighten your gas line up so you didn't bend that stuff, because it was super fragile when they first come out with it. Okay, let me stick flue back in there. Our wires are all hooked up. I'm probably going to, I get a zip tie maybe and tie them blue wires off so they're not against that flue. But we're gonna test it real quick. We'll get the customer to go cut it back on. Oh, I gotta, wait a minute, I gotta turn the gas on. I gotta leak test it real quick. Check with some soapy water real quick, just so we can test fire this thing. Okay, you can cut it on now. No bubbles. See if it sounds any better. Hopefully it does. Who knows? Furnaces are tough, man. They do weird things, you know? Yep, almost made it on the first try. I don't know what that's all about. When I was here this fall to work on this, done that one time. It took 2 tries to light. But then I was here for probably a good 30-40 minutes. We lit it, I couldn't tell you how many times. And it went first try every time after that one time. I mean, it is burning. Sounds like it's burning good. I mean, I'd almost be tempted to stick a Dinosaur board in this thing and see if a Dinosaur board will act any better. I'm just gonna cut it off right there. Let me go grab a Dinosaur board. Alright, so I got the old board out. Let me just stick a Dinosaur board. I do have an OEM board because this furnace is still under warranty. So I'd kind of hate to put a Dinosaur board in it, just in case somebody else would work on it someday. You know, technically the warranty would be voided because we didn't put an OEM board in there. This is just for testing. I just want to see what it does with a good board. Just set this here so it don't short out on nothing. Turn the switch back on and see what happens. See if it acts any better. Nope, still went out. I don't understand it. I mean, yeah, it don't smell good when it cuts off because you're going to get a little bit of raw gas. I mean, it lights, it sounds good, it smells good. I mean, I don't know. Some furnaces just do weird things. All of you technicians out there, you know what I'm talking about. Furnaces are one of the dumbest things we have to work on. So, I don't know. We're gonna let this thing run a little bit with the Dinosaur board. Still kind of pulsing, but not as bad as it was, I don't think. We're gonna let it run that Dinosaur board a little bit. Like I say, I do have an OEM board. We'll stick that in there and see if it acts better than the one I just took out. And we'll go from there. I'll let you know what we'll do here in a minute. Well, the Dinosaur board failed like 3 times. I was watching the LED light on it. You got a green light when you got power, you got a red light when the gas valve's open. What it was doing was it would burn for, you know, a minute or 2. Flame would go out, but the red light was on. So that tells me gas valve was open for, I don't know, a half second, 3/4 of a second, and then it would shut the gas valve off, and it would wait a few seconds and reignite. It did that, gosh, I guess it had like maybe 4 failures, and then it ran for several minutes. So as soon as the fan quits, I'm gonna put the brand new OEM board in it, see what it acts like. I don't know. Like I say, I'd hate to, you know, I'd hate to void the warranty. The customer says he don't care, but let's try the brand new OEM, see what it does. If it acts as good as the Dinosaur, I guess we're gonna call it a win. It's really bad. The bad thing about the Dinosaur board, they don't really fit very well in these Dometic furnaces. The board is physically the same size, but the standouts keep it from actually going back in there and snapping into place. I mean, I've used a lot of them. It's not like the board's gonna fall out on the ground. Once you get it in there and put the door on, it's never gonna go anywhere. Let's try the brand new OEM. All right, like I said, we're just gonna stick it back in there for right now. Okay, it won't short out. I'm gonna let him cut it back on. Let's see what happens. We won't have our LED light to look at this time, because OEM board does have an LED light, but it's only a fault light. There's a legend right here. It says so many blinks is this kind of fault, so many blinks is another fault. Blah, blah, blah. So let's see what happens. Shame we're not on the sunny side of the camper. It'd be a lot warmer. The sun is shining out there. Oof. See? Sounds better. It's not fluctuating. Well, still had a failure. Let's see if it does like the Dinosaur board. It has 2 or 3 quick failures and then stays lit. Hate furnaces. Everybody hates furnaces. All you techs out there, you know, we hate them. But they do weird things. They're inconsistent. And I've always told my customers, about the only thing you can count on in an RV is that furnace will fail you at the worst possible time. I mean, that's the way it is. Now staying lit. I don't know. Had 1 failure. Surging just a little bit. Smells fantastic. It's burning the gas very well. I don't know. I think we're gonna pop that new board in there. It's definitely acting better than the old OEM. I don't know.
You might be back in 2 months.
I might be back. I might be back next week. Who knows? But anyhow, for right now it's working. We're gonna call it a win. Y'all call it a win. Get down in that comment section, leave a comment, a criticism, concern. Let me know what you would have done in this situation. Would you just throw up your hands and walk away? What would you do? I don't know. I'm just doing the best I can, people. Y'all have a great day. We will catch you next time.